You're rich but still alone. This is why. We're going to talk about the 3 reasons why, despite having a fire-ass job, no girls want to date you. Let's tap into my 9 years of cold approach experience and 2 years as a dating coach. The first is biology. You're misunderstanding, bro, what women actually find attractive. There's a myth in society that women like the dude with the best job or the most money, and sometimes it's true. But money is an example of the category, not the category itself. So what do women actually find attractive? The best way to think about it is social value. How tapped in are you socially? And there's a reason for this. We evolved in the fucking jungle, bro. Our brains are optimized to keep us alive in a hard environment. And what was the best strategy for being alive in a hard environment? It was working together. We are vulnerable creatures, bro. Our edge is intelligence and coordination, not strength. People have this idea of the alpha male being like the super buff guy who's really good at fighting. And again, just like money, that's part of it. It helps, but it's not the biggest thing. The true alpha male can be thought of more like the celebrity, somebody who, with social sway, who can mobilize others in his interest. Think about it. Back in our evolutionary environment, that would have been the guy with the best survival chances. He didn't have to fight his wars alone. He could mobilize others in his interest to go fight him for him, to go hunt for him, to go protect and provide resources for him and his family, his wife and his kids. Evolutionarily, it was adaptive for a woman to be attracted to a man like that, and so women evolved to be attracted to men like that. So what does this mean for you? Does it mean you have to sell out, become the popular kid, and just focus on being a fucking celebrity? Of course not. She doesn't know how popular you actually are. She only knows what she perceives from you. We live in a stranger society, bro. She doesn't know everything that you've done up to this life. She doesn't know where you actually stand in some hypothetical social hierarchy. She only knows what she sees. So if you convey yourself like somebody with social value, like somebody who's received positive feedback in your life, like somebody who believes in himself and expects people to treat him well, she will assume that, okay, this is the kind of guy who's tapped in socially. He's not the ostracized like weirdo in the fucking corner. He gets it. He dresses well. All these signals are much more important than money. If money is the icing on the cake, terrific. That'll get you a 10th date and a wedding ring. But first dates come from attraction. Attraction is an emotional, it's not a choice, it's an emotion. Just like you don't choose to be attracted to the hot girl with the big tits and the fat ass, it just happens. The same thing occurs with women, only what triggers their emotional attraction is different, right? It's more, are you conveying signals of social competence rather than, looks or status or money? So how do you work on that and become more attractive to women? That brings me to reason number 2 why you're rich and alone, your social skills. You spent all your time working on your career, which is fine. It got you where you are. It's a blessing. But now you're in a position where you can focus on yourself. And if you want to attract the women that you're attracted to, you got to start working on your social skills. Do you know how to flirt? Do you know how to tease? Do you know how to move from logic mode, which does not spark attraction, to feelings and emotions, making the conversation romantic? Can you take boring small talk and take it beyond the surface level and talk about her? Talk about you and her together. Can you stretch out a conversation? Can you take it deep? Can you build connection? These are all the emotional skills, the flirting, the romantic skills that spark attraction in a woman. And you've been neglecting them because you've been focused on other things, and fair enough. But if you want to change your life and stop just having money and no women in your life, but have the full package, you got to stop ignoring these things and start focusing on them. Invest in your skills, bro. Just like you can learn how to deliver a great speech, or you can learn how to play a sport better, or how to write a 5-paragraph essay. This stuff doesn't have to be a black box. It doesn't have to feel like magic. You can learn frameworks for how do you flirt? How do you make a conversation romantic? How do you lead a conversation toward a date? Not so that you can become a robot, so that you can arm yourself with some structure. Because right now, it feels very nervous to talk to women because you have no structure. You got no foundation. It feels like you're just shooting blind, throwing shit at the wall and hoping stuff sticks. It doesn't feel good. It's like walking into a test unprepared. Prepare yourself for the test, bro. Arm yourself with some structures, some systems, some models so that you can understand what's going on. Once you're able to get beyond boring surface level and start flirting, start sparking attraction, start leading conversations toward dates, you're going to be amazed at how women just light up. Finally, a guy who's not just, the fucking consultant who's boring as hell and only talks about his work, but somebody who can actually make me feel and provide for me. That's a woman's fucking dream. Third reason why you're rich and alone, bro, is your courage. Look, I know you don't want some dude on the internet telling you to be braver, But courage is the building block of success in every domain of life. How did you get to where you are in your career? You had the courage to go for it. You worked your ass off. You focused on it. And when push came to shove in those clutch moments where you had to go for the raise, or you had to stay up late and fucking go hard to submit the big paper, or you had to clutch up and fucking crush that test, you did it, bro. You didn't back out. You didn't wishy-washy, pussyfoot around. You fucking nutted up and got it done. That's the energy you got to approach dating with. For some reason, you think you're just going to luck into the relationship of your dreams. Since when did the most coveted things in life just fucking happen to you? I mean, if you want to keep on wishing, go ahead. I hope it works out for you. But if you want to take concrete action steps to increase the likelihood that you meet the woman of your dreams, maybe you should stop messing around and start prioritizing this. Start investing in yourself. Putting time every day, even if it's just fucking 5 minutes. Even if it's just, hell, the guys I coach are mostly busy dudes because that's how you get wealthy. So if you're busy, you don't have to go approach fucking 10 women in a day. You don't have to spend an hour, 15 minutes. That's all I tell my guys, 15 minutes a day. One internal action that you're working on yourself, one external action, a social challenge where you're working on one skill with a stranger. That's all you need to improve your life, bro. Consistency over intensity. Put a little money in the bank every day and watch it fucking compound. The results don't come overnight. You'll strike out a lot. But in 3 months, you could be consistently dating your ideal type and creating the type of abundance that you need to choose someone who's really right for you. So you ask yourself, bro, is a little discomfort, facing your fears, doing things that you're scared of, putting 15 minutes a day worth the chance to date the woman of your dreams in 3 months? If it's not, get the fuck out of here, bro. Stop watching me. Keep focusing on your career. But if you're not satisfied with what you're getting dating-wise and you want to level up, maybe it's time for a change.